Uh-oh. We got a leak in the roof. Fun, 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 fun. Besides the leak, there's a couple things that were going on. This morning, it snowed outside, and I was like, I don't really want to work outside. And I walked into this room back here, and I'm looking at it all. I'm like, man, it is a disaster. I can't hardly work through it. I was like, well, I'll just clean a little bit, and then when it warms up, I can go outside and start working. Pretty soon, before I know it, I just kept cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, and all that junk and everything. There's a lot of junk there. I pulled a lot of it out here, threw a bunch of it away because it literally is junk. And a bunch of shovels and brooms and other things are over here. And I wasn't planning on doing this much, and I wasn't gonna record it because like, oh, I'll just clean out this little corner so you can walk through. And it just kept leading to more and more and more, like moving the rack for all of the chains. And I extended it too, so I have a lot more hooks. So yeah, it kind of got, well, let's just say it progressed quickly. Sorry guys, didn't get that on camera. You know how it is. You get busy and you start doing things and pretty soon you know, I went past the beyond point, so. But the other thing I was thinking about is all these yanking ropes, we still have them in these boxes and they're kind of a nuisance because you can't really get at them. And since I'm cleaning this all up, I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and make little areas on this wall that you can hang them up so that way when you want a certain size, like a 5/8 or a 2-inch or whatever, you can just grab that rope and away you go. But yeah, my bad. Let's go hang some chains. That is much nicer. Before, we'd stack a bunch of chains on there and we'd grab like 5 at a time because there wasn't enough room for all the chains. But now you can grab 1 at a time. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now what to do up here? And over here. There's lots of room to work with, but we're gonna fill it up with stuff.
Well, we brought the old Series 2 in the shop. It's gonna have obviously the upgrades that we were talking about earlier. One thing also we're gonna do is we gotta change out the outside duals in this thing. They're, the insides were new when we did them. The outsides we ran for a couple more years to get a little more life out of them, but they're just starting to show cracks and time. And it's just a matter of time for one of these goes flat. So what we're doing now is we're actually sucking the air out of the tubes. And that way, when we get out, you see leg arms here is moving tires around. So we can hopefully break the bead on these pretty easy and swap out the tires that were on the other bud. They got the new set of those Goodyear Titan tires. I'm gonna put the old ones that were on that on this tractor. Make sense? All right. Let's empty the air out of these things. We were just standing over there and it just pulled its bead right off. Isn't that awesome? Just a vacuum cleaner did that. I don't know, those other different brands, so we'll see what they do, but maybe you don't have to use the bead breaker. It'll break its beads itself, all thanks to the shop vac. So cold outside on the exhaust fan, it's sure be nice. But that's okay, just open the door up. It's gotta go out anyway. So what he's doing is he's using the forks on the case steer to try to break the inner bead of the tires. The outside came off, but not the inner. When we get them all broke off, then it's that much easier to get the tire off. Otherwise, it's a struggle. All right, so what we got going on, we already changed out one tire. Got it off, so we're blocking up the center to lift these up to make it a little easier to pull them off, but I don't know, maybe we blocked it up too high.
You're probably wondering, why aren't we doing the center ones on this tractor? Well, a couple years ago, we actually put new tires on the inside, and the outside, well, we didn't want to pay for the extra money to put tires on the outside because we figured they still had some life on it, which they did for a few years, but they're wore out and they're getting cracked and we just need to replace them. But since we put new tires on the 600 bud, thanks to Titan Tire, you guys rock, by the way, we're going to take the tires that came off the 600 bud and put those on the outside of this tractor. So now, this tractor has pretty good shoes all the way around. And then it can grip the soil and pull that air seeder and run like a top.
So we knew this would be a struggle, but this tire we didn't want to destroy, so we didn't use the forks on it as aggressive, but the inner bead is really seated well. And there's no real means to break that bead effectively. That tool won't fit in there. That's the bead breaker. We've been trying bars, we've been trying floor jacks. We got it to move a little bit. We're just gonna keep trying different things, but one idea is bringing the Can-Am Defender over here with this winch and hooking a hook to the top of the bead here and winching it this way. So maybe we'll park that over here somewhere and winch while we're pulling on it and see if we can get that bead to pull off. Okay, round two, big metal hook on a chain. There we go. All right. Dad took a fall, drill press took a fall.
I took one for the team.
That side's done. One tire left. So we've got to get this one on that back corner back there. But first we gotta get that one off. So that's what we're doing right now. And there's not a lot of room right here. So Legroms is making room. But let's get to it. So we got the tire over the bead. It is on, but now we gotta get the beads a seat. Since there's no tube anymore, we're going tubeless. Dad's looking for a fitting so we can put a 3/4 air line on here and pump as much air in as possible. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you gotta use the bead blaster. That's that big tank that I hold and shoot a bunch of air in there to hopefully expand the sidewalls. If that fails, then we go and we pack the inside of here with grease. And the grease creates a barrier and seals the air inside, and then it expands and mounts itself. And if that doesn't work, then we just do a lot of jacking the tire up and down and tractor up and down and try to squeeze and squish this bead, this opening, this wheel, to try to get every gap Hands are dirty. Anyways, we're getting to it. Okay, we're good to go. For like the 4th time, we're gonna drive this thing out again. We keep going in and out, in and out. I'm gonna let the engine arm up. I'm gonna drop the oil on it. I'm gonna do some greasing. And then there's still some work being done inside the cab, which we're gonna talk about soon. So hang tight on that one. There's pretty cool stuff happening. And then we'll get to business on something else. Oh yeah, that's what that is. I gotta show you guys something. Something great happened. Bearings arrived for the Brute, like 3 days early. So that worked out great, and they're the right ones. So we're gonna wrap that up right after this. Let's get this butt out, and I'm gonna jump on the Brute, and let's start putting some wheels on it.
I just received a box full of parts. Tons and tons and tons of stainless steel parts. The whole purpose of this is when we did those air carts out here, they're outside somewhere yonder, we were missing a few pieces to finish them out. All that stainless steel on there is fantastic. And there's one crucial thing that you need to adjust your airflow to the tanks, which is called the plenum adjustment, I think. I'm just gonna make it up, it sounds great. This here has a little nylon gear and it needs to rotate back and forth. Well, it's all rusted and seized, and they wanted to make new ones, and it was on back order and weren't able to get them on the time that we needed to do that. But they got them now, so that's all that matters. Lots and lots of pieces here. You guys came through, thank you, Reddy. And if you guys want stainless steel parts for air drills, you should really check them out, because I tell you, this stuff is fantastic. I haven't even used it and I love it. But I need to assemble all that and get ready to put it on the air drill cart so that we can start seating, because like, yeah, we have maybe a week away before, and this is good timing. Awesome. Okay, let's assemble this. Now that I got these put together, I'm gonna grab a couple of these, bring them out to the air cart. I already fitted one up just to make sure I'm figuring it all out, because I don't know if I'm doing it right. So now we'll put them all on, and I'm not gonna tighten anything up because we still have a lot of adjusting to do. But I'll show you what I got going on here. So we have the selector here. You move that side to side, you can adjust it from, well, 1 to 8, and that's what they have there. Gives you an idea what you want to do. And then down below here, if I crawl underneath, you can see how we have the little plastic gears on both ends, and we just adjust it, and so we can turn that knob and then it'll rotate inside here. As you can tell, it should work out pretty good. So yeah, just need to adjust a little bit more and call it good. So let's install those other two.
Well, it's Brute time. Bearings are back, we got them, and we're gonna start assembling this thing. So let's press the bearings on this doohickey. I have no idea what that's called, but it's part of it. And then we'll start assembling the hub, get it all together, and get the wheels back on it, and then the Brute's drivable, which is our goal, like as of a week ago. There we go. The Brute is back on its legs again, by itself. Next time we'll have some nice stands. But for now, it worked. We're done. Now the next step's get that out, get the new tank on it, get it plumbed in, and then I got some welding to do on the booms. Then we got some stuff to do with the hydraulic lines and the front steering. It's not done yet, but it's that much closer, and it feels really good to know we have good, brand new wheel seals, bearings, and brake pads. Isn't that great? Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We're still not there yet. We got at least a week of work left ahead of us before we're in the ground planting, if the weather permits. So take care. God bless everybody. Have a great week. Later. Bye.